Hello guys and welcome back to our channel Barca Admirers for today's episode covering all the latest news updates and transfers roundup regarding Barcelona. In this video, we have news from several sources that say that MESSI'S signing, although complicated, may soon be achieved. Meanwhile, Sergio Aguero is looking forward to making his debut for the club by undergoing a surgery as Barca try and secure the futures of Ilaix, Moriba and Griezmann at the club, both of which look brighter than before, alongside many more such updates. So make sure to watch this video till the very end without skipping over any part. We have a small request for our audience. Over 80% of our channel's viewers are consistently watching our videos but without subscribing to the channel. As for our subscribers, only 28% of them have turned on all the notifications for the channel and enabled the YouTube app notifications. So those who haven't yet done so, please hit that subscribe button, press the bell icon, select all and then enable the YouTube app notifications to keep enjoying our videos. For the first one today, we have a major update regarding the Barcagate scandal. News outlet Goal reports that Carlos Ibanez, the owner of the Nice Stream business conglomerate, has been identified in court as a key contributor to the recent Barcagate scandal. Ibanez admitted to a judge that he was indeed hired by the club under Bartomeu's tenure as the president. Ibanez also testified in the court that the messages defaming club figures like Pep Guardiola, Joan Laporta, Carles Puyol and Gerard Piqué were legitimate because they attacked Barcelona and that the company's job consisted of controlling the damage to protect the president's reputation. Moving on to the next news update, we have official confirmation by the club that Barcelona and Neymar Jr. have signed a compromise agreement to end the legal proceedings that were pending between the parties. Up next, Spanish outlet Mundo Deportivo reports that Barcelona have 2 weeks left to schedule a charity match against Manchester City to raise funds in the fight against ALS, honoring former assistant coach Juan Carlos Unzue. It's pending public approval but will be cancelled without enough audience. August 18th and August 25th are the two possible dates, but it depends on the availability of the Camp Nou as a public facility due to pandemic restrictions. As for yet another pre-season game, Spanish outlet ARS Sports reports that Barcelona plan to raise at least 1 million euros as revenue with the sale of the tickets of the Juan Gamper trophy. We have some great news coming up next as Italian newspaper Tutto Sport has cited Pedri Gonzalez as the big favorite to win this year's Golden Boy award. No one even comes close. Some more good news for the next one as Sport reports that Antoine Griezmann would agree to sit down to negotiate a salary cut if he stays at Barcelona. Reporting further on this issue, reliable journalist Marcelo Bechler states that Antoine Griezmann has settled his differences with the club's board and has accepted 40% wage cut and is also ready to accept any decision over his future at the club taken by the board. He is ready to leave or stay with the club, but due to his much needed cooperation, the board and the president is inclined towards keeping him. Top-tier journalist Mate Moreto also reports that Griezmann is closer to staying in Barcelona. The player and the club are negotiating for the salary cut. Barca are finding the perfect formula to keep him at the club. Going to the following news update, we have a report by Mundo Deportivo. It states that Barcelona are negotiating with Ousmane Dembele over a renewal, and although there is optimism that a deal can be struck, there is still a lot of work to do. One of the things to do is convince him of his role. The player is worried that with new signings, his minutes could be in danger. Regarding the situation of Memphis Depay, the report states that Koeman sees Depay as a number 9, not a static number 9, but rather combinative and versatile, capable of drifting wide on the flanks or dropping deep and coming for short passes. The Dutch coach wants Memphis to partner up with Messi and Ansu in his ideal front line. As for Barca B youngster Nico Gonzalez, it's stated in the report that Gonzalez has rejected many big money offers from Real Madrid and Manchester City in the past because he always wanted to succeed at Barcelona. He arrived at Barca in 2012 and finally made his debut 9 years later after coming through the youth ranks. The same news publication also stated in yet another report that when Junior Firpo joined Leeds United, Ronald Koeman's idea was to sign a left back with experience who could compete with Jordi Alba. However, there are now other urgencies at the club, especially when seeing how well Alejandro Balde is developing. Reliable journalist Sergi Solé has also reported on this issue. In his report, he stated that Ronald Koeman wanted to sign a new left back as he did not want to put extra burden on Alejandro Balde. Gaia was the preferred option, but now there are other priorities for the club. Young Balde has responded very well to Barca's trust and started in both the pre-season games. Regarding the situation of yet another extremely promising youngster, Mundo Deportivo reports that the sports area is very enthusiastic about Yousuf Demir's game and adaptation. The idea was that he would start with the B team, but now his progression seems unstoppable, and the truth is that Koeman does not rule out anything. The club thinks he associates very well with Ricky Puig. Moving on to the following news update, Sports reports that Luis Neto did not play against Girona in the pre-season game due to physical discomfort. Barca are working on a transfer for the Brazilian, but while Ter Stegen is still injured, they prefer him not to take any risks. Reporting further on the goalkeeper situation, Mundo Deportivo claims that Barcelona have ruled out the signing of Jordi Alba or Aitor Fernandez as a replacement for Neto should the Brazilian leave the club. Inaki Pena will be chosen as Ter Stegen's backup after seeing how well the La Masia goalkeeper has turned up in this pre-season. If Neto indeed does end up staying at the club, Barcelona will loan Pena to a team in which he would be a guaranteed starter. For the next one, we have an update on the contract renewal status of Ilaix Moriba. Sports reports that Barcelona will meet with Ilaix Moriba's agents in this week to try and reach an agreement. This meeting might be the key to unraveling the negotiations. Barca offer the midfielder a contract until 2026. Moriba has instructed his agents to do their best to reach an agreement with the club. According to the report of trusted journalist Ferran Martinez, on Monday there were phone conversations with a face-to-face meeting with Ilaix Moriba's agents planned for Wednesday. Last week, the deal was only 50% assured, but now there is optimism. If an agreement is reached on Wednesday, Ilaix could join training with the first team. For the next one, journalist Gerard Romero reports that Ronald Araujo has returned to training. Messi and Emerson Royal are expected to do so in the next few days. Reporting on the situation of the Uruguayan centre-back, Mundo Deportivo reports that Barcelona have in mind to offer Ronald Araujo a new contract. His current deal expires in 2023. For the next one, we have a major update on the contract renewal status of Lionel Messi. Spanish outlet Sports reports that Barcelona are in a hurry to formalize the agreement with Lionel Messi as soon as possible, but there is no exact date set on the announcement. It could happen in the first week of August when Messi returns to training. It is crucial for the whole squad to take a pay cut, and they will use Messi's willingness to do so as an example for the other players. Reporting further on this issue, top-tier journalist Tony Joan Martí claims that Leo Messi will officially sign his contract in this week. An agreement has already been reached. Messi is scheduled to join the first team's pre-season training on the 2nd of August. The official announcement is expected to take place before he returns. The club's intention is to use Messi as a reference point in order to encourage other players to follow in his footsteps and agree to take massive pay cuts. Up next, it's reported by Sport that Samuel Umtiti's presence in the first two starting lineups of Barcelona is due to the need for the club to find a way out for the French centre-back. Umtiti has shown good physical tone, but Barcelona do not count on him. Surprisingly, Mundo Deportivo reports that Samuel Umtiti's physical sensations are very good. The French centre-back feels agile and fast after starting the first two friendly matches. His self-confidence is so high that he still thinks he can have a role in the squad. Going to the next news update, journalist Santiago Vai gives some good news as an ultrasound test has confirmed that there is no tear in Oscar Mingueza's thigh muscle. He will return to training with the Olympics team tomorrow. Yet another good news up next, as it's now been officially confirmed that Ilaix Comac has received the medical green light and has joined training with Barca B doing individual work. For the next one, Spanish publication Cadena Ser reports that Sergio Aguero, who has had knee problems last season, has undergone a treatment with his stem cells in his knees to try and generate cartilage in order to lengthen his career. It's a therapy that he had planned even before signing for Barcelona. That concludes today's news roundup. For the transfer section at number 1, we have a report by reliable journalist Gabriel Sanz. It states that the agents of Miralem Pjanic have been in Italy trying to reach an agreement with Juventus or Inter Milan. Pjanic himself is willing to make an economic effort to unlock his exit from Barcelona. Reporting further on this issue, news outlet Sport claims that Pjanic's loan deal to Juventus may be announced in this week. The Italian side have asked for time to sell Aaron Ramsey first, and it seems that the negotiations to offload him to Wolverhampton or Tottenham are well advanced. Going to the next transfer update, Mundo Deportivo reports that Koeman really likes Lucas Hernandez because he can play as a fullback and as a centre-back, but his high price makes his signing unfeasible and Leon Goretzka is not an objective right now. Next up, reliable journalist Gerard Romero and Miguel Blasquez both report that there are people within the club who would be open to Jordi Alba's departure in this summer. It seems that the left back does not intend to accept the salary reduction proposed by Barcelona. That's all the news we could collect for you today. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon, select all and enable all the YouTube app notifications. We have always been overly impressed by your response to our videos, so in this episode, we have decided to set a target of 550 likes. Please Qlers, help us reach our target on this episode as well. Now that's all we have for today's episode. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Until then, stay safe, Visca el Barça, Visca el Catalunya.